LOL. We have concluded the 5 books, and we are at this joyous occasion continuing with the book of Genesis, which is very, very exciting. Much to be said, and much ink was spilt on uh, the book of Genesis, which in Hebrew is Bereshit, which could be translated to "in the beginning," or the letter Bet in the beginning. It's Bereshit. In the beginning is the Ba'avur, as in what's the purpose of the beginning, and this really shines a light on the Bible not really being a science book, but more rather telling us how to behave, why we're behaving a certain way, and it's very important to understand and differentiate those things. Um, Today, because there's so much to discuss in the book of Genesis, and you're welcome to look back at last year's uh, thought that we discussed. But today we're going to talk about really the these expressions that we see, the sons of God and the daughters of men. Right? These appear to us, and they just remind many of us of mythology terms. And we have to realize that we have to also ask why this is happening, but realize that the Torah is being really written to Hebrews in the generation of Moses, right? So for this generation, it's very clear that these words have a certain resonance to them. And as this generation is aware of the cultural environment which they're living at the time, or at least where they're stationed at the time, at the foot of Mount Sinai, obviously, and they're aware of the at the very least the Canaanite mythology that's around. Now, really, so against like this background, the Torah is really looking to overturn, and it's really deliberately using these expressions like the great sea creatures of the Leviathan, or Tehom, right, Tov Avo, or the deep, right. So they're using all this terminology, which really rings a bell to a lot of the Israelites at the time, and they're doing this really to counter these myths. Now, as we know, mythology is really full of these stories of half gods, half men, and again, like we said, the Torah is really coming to explain these ideas, these terms, completely differently. Now, the Torah refers to sons of God, right, in Genesis 6:4, and he sees them as the human lineage of Seth, right? These are the people who started calling in God's name, and really his descendants are Mahalel, Enoch, Noah, as we know. Now, in contrast to this lineage, we have the lineage of Cain, who we refer to as the daughters of men. And this lineage is really known for building the culture, the economy. Now, one could say that the sons of God were really experts in wisdom and spirit, and the daughters of men are really experts in resources and sort of nature. And our sages have said in the Talmud that the divine presence, all right, Ruach HaKodesh, the ability to prophesize, really rests only upon the wise, the mighty, and the wealthy person. Now, we see we already have the wise and the wealthy. What we're missing really is the mighty ones, right? And who are connecting these two worlds. So this would make sense why in Genesis 6 we say the sons of God came with the daughters of men and bore children to them, right? These were the mighty ones. So, and our sages have taught us and transmitted to us that Nama, the sister of Tubal Cain, who's from the lineage of Cain, was Noah's wife, who's from the lineage of Seth, like we just said earlier. And so it could be said that the children of Noah and Nama, both of them together, had Shem, Ham, and Japhet, and these are the mighty ones that the Torah is referring to. And in this sense, these mighty ones really represent a new type of humanity. That this is obviously occurring after the flood. And this new type of humanity is capable of embracing prophecy in the proto-Israelite manner, and this is really the founding the new humanity in their image. And I would say this is therefore the dialectic of all humanity, right? As so humanity is trying to and continuously trying to navigate the relationship between the physical existence that we have, the natural existence, and our higher purpose. And the book of Genesis and obviously the whole Torah is going to again start us on this journey where we have to realize that the stories being told and the patterns that exist and that we um, focus on and realize in these stories are the patterns of our life themselves. And I wish us all in this new cycle the clarity of mind to see what God is asking from us and to hear as clearly as possible. So,